Welcome to Columbia Business Trends, a joint production of the Lake City Columbia County Chamber of Commerce and Florida Gateway College. Columbia Business Trends keeps you informed on what's happening in the business community in Lake City and Columbia County and upcoming events. Now, the hosts of Columbia Business Trends, Danielle Decker and Noah Walker.
Hello everyone and welcome to Columbia Business Trends, a program about local business for local business who are members of the Lake City Columbia County Chamber of Commerce. I'm Danielle Decker.
And I'm Noah Walker. We've got a lot to bring you in the next half hour, including reports on the Olustee Festival, the Kicklighter Road wastewater plant groundbreaking, and Project Sandra. But first, the last weekend in January was a big one for the Chamber with the annual golf tournament and Chamber Ball. Mike McKee has more on this report.
The 5th annual Chamber Golf Tournament, sponsored by Gulf Coast Financial, was held at the Country Club of Lake City. 26 teams took part, featuring 104 golfers. The 2015 tournament featured a first-ever all-women's team, which was organized by Susie Hall of Roundtree Moore. The tournament was best ball format, and the winner was the team of Bob Budwick, Jimmy Pravat, Don Bransky, and Keith Scott of Live Oak, who won first place shooting 19 under par 53. The following evening, more than 375 Chamber members and their guests gathered at the fairgrounds for the annual Chamber Ball. Outgoing President John Kirkendall passed the buck to incoming President Joy Lazat.
We developed a new website. I hope all of y'all have been on it. It has a lot of extra features for our members, and we're real excited about that. We have a new logo, and an example of that is on your table and in your program. We had very successful community events like Snow Day, Dashing Through the Snow 5K, Trunk or Treat, Easter Egg Hunt, and the 4th of July fireworks.
Lazat outlined her goals for the coming year.
Realize that, we have to teach our members that they can't just show up to these events and expect results from that. They have to tell their story, tell who they are, what they do, and not just the services they provide, but the results that they can deliver. And until we get good at doing that, we're not going to completely reach the success that we could in our business.
The annual Chamber Ball is one of the largest fundraisers for the Chamber.
The Columbia County Economic Development Director, Glenn Hunter, has put together a package of incentives in an attempt to lure business to Columbia County. Project Sandra was recently presented to the Economic Development Advisory Board. Hunter says the company he is targeting will bring 60 jobs to the county if they decide to build here. Hunter says the competition for new industry is keen in both Florida and Georgia.
We're working with as many as 4 companies right now. It just came to a point where when it was required, the companies said, we need to know what your incentives are to attract us to Columbia County. So we have 2 companies that are ready to make a decision, and they've asked us to put our incentives on the table. These projects are typically brought to us through Enterprise Florida. However, we have 2 other projects that are actually projects that we were able to find out about, not through the state, and we're continuing to work on those. We're proposing the project to Sandra that needs a decision to be made so that they can start build out in May 31.
Another company, codenamed Crystal Clear, has also expressed interest. If successful, that company's facility would be located at the North Florida Intermodal Park, just east of Florida Gateway College.
The City of Lake City and the Chamber held a groundbreaking ceremony at the new Kicklighter wastewater facility in March. After a long delay, construction has started on the facility located just off Sisters Welcome Road. Ortega Industrial Contractors has been hired by the city to do construction on the $11.5 million plant. The site is 13 acres and will allow a capacity of 1.5 million gallons per day, with a future expansion of up to 3 million gallons per day.
As far as the economy, this plant is poised to address all the needs for the city growth, both commercial and residential, for several years to come. We're postured to install a collection line from here over to the airport where the intermodal park is going to be going. That has been discussed and has been formulated into their mega site certification as an option.
Plans call for the wastewater facility to be finished in mid-2016. The new facility will be built to handle sewage from the western portion of the city.
When we come back on Columbia Business Trends, we'll have a report on this year's Battle of Olustee Festival, and we'll hear from the president of the Chamber of Commerce, Ms. Joy Lazat. Don't go away.
Being a registered nurse is a rewarding job, But if your career goals have you looking for more, Florida Gateway College can show you the way.
As a nurse, I love to help people, but I wanted to go further.
With our Bachelor of Science nursing degree, RNs have the opportunity to increase their career options and income earning potential.
Now I've got more choices, and the extra money isn't bad.
Start your journey today at Florida Gateway College.
Ballerina. Sometimes all it takes to be a dad is remembering how to be a kid again. Take time to be a dad today.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back to the spring edition of Columbia Business Trends. I'm Noah Walker, a board member of the Lake City Columbia County Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Danielle Decker, Executive Director of the Lake City Columbia County Chamber of Commerce. For 40 years, residents of our area have reenacted the Battle of Olustee, the only Civil War battle to be fought on Florida soil. For 38 years, the Blue-Gray Army has held a festival in downtown Lake City to celebrate our heritage. Our Carrie Hagler has a report on the economic impact the festival has on our area.
The annual Battle of Olustee Festival brings a lot of fun to downtown Lake City for everybody who takes part. And area business owners see dollar signs along with the fun. It's estimated by the Tourist Development Council that the festival each year brings in millions of dollars for Columbia County. Downtown business owner Sue Rowan says the festival is the busiest time of the year for her store located on Marion Avenue.
Lots of people see the shop, they come in, and then a lot of them will return later. It gives a lot of people their first exposure to our shop, and we get lots and lots of benefit from this festival.
Nikki Bates is co-owner of The Happy Place, a mobile food provider. She parked her rig next to City Hall for the downtown festival. She says she's very happy with the response.
Well, it's tremendous. I mean, the amount of people that come in from all the different areas, spending money from us to the hotels, gas stations locally. So it's a big impact, I would say.
The two-day downtown festival attracts thousands from across the area, and organizers say the 2015 festival was one of the most successful in recent memory.
College, community, and business leaders gathered at Florida Gateway College on February 12th to dedicate the newest energy-saving system on campus. A 10-kilowatt solar demonstration site has been built just outside the Wilson S. Rivers Library and Media Center. The unit will enable the college to monitor energy savings and cumulative solar energy production over time. Florida Power and Light donated the 40 solar panels that also provide shade to a patio area outside of the library.
Our chamber friends know that every dollar that we spend ultimately finds its way back as an investment into the community. The solar array above us is just another symbol of FPL's focus on investing in FPL's future. By harnessing the power of the sun, we can provide affordable energy with zero emission energy that can provide a tremendous future not only for this campus, but for today's students as well as tomorrow's students.
The company worked closely with FGC on economic development and efficiency improvements since the 1980s. Over those years, the college has saved thousands of dollars in energy costs across the campus.
It's now time to hear from the president of the Chamber of Commerce, Joy Lazat, in her first report to us as president.
Hi, I'm Joy Lazat, the current chamber president, and I wanted to share with you what's going on around the chamber for 2015. We kicked off the start of 15 with our chamber ball in January. We revealed our 15 theme of Tell Your Story. This came from a personal experience of mine when I realized as a business owner, it's not enough to just show up and be seen at networking events. It's important to tell my story and not just share what services I provide, but the results and outcomes that those services produce. So for 2015, the Chamber will provide you with resources to help you tell your story. We're doing this through our Better Business series. Our first quarter event had over 100 members in attendance to hear sales coach Greta Schultz teach tips on how to better network and build your personal brand. Our second quarter event, Social Media Madness, the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, will be with UF professor from the College of Journalism. Members will hear tips on how to use and not use social media and will be able to ask questions on anything social media related. Leadership Lake City 2015 is also underway. The class of 18 meets weekly to learn more about the leadership of our county and how it operates. The Chamber is also committed to continuing our partnership with Retail Strategies. This partnership is producing results for the growth of our county by bringing new retail to the area, as well as helping our members expand into unfilled markets. So I hope to see you at some of our upcoming events.
When we come back on Columbia Business Trends, we'll have a look at the mixers and ribbon cuttings from the first quarter of the year. But first, here's a look at the upcoming events in the Chamber calendar. Almost 20 years ago, the membership of the Chamber of Commerce created a program that highlighted efforts of the Chamber and its membership. In this installment, we look back at Lake City and Columbia County from March of 1996.
Each January, the Columbia County Chamber of Commerce holds its annual banquet. This year, outgoing President Jeff Simmons passed the buck to new President Tyson Johnson, and the Business Person of the Year was chosen. Suzanne Norris was there, and she has more in this report.
The Chamber annual banquet was held at the Lake City Holiday Inn. The banquet gives Chamber members a chance to mingle and hear about the past year's highlights. Lake City native John Douglas was guest speaker, and he was surprised to see the growth of the county on the drive into the dinner.
Well, it's just I don't recognize any place. You know, I used to be hunting right in this area, and everything's grown so much. I was talking to some high school classes today, and whereas my class had 72 in the graduating class, this one will have 400. So that's quite a change. So there's a lot more people. It hadn't grown extremely fast, but very steadily. Looks really good. I'm very impressed by it all.
Outgoing Chamber President Jeff Simmons passed the buck to this year's President Tyson Johnson, and Anderson-Columbia President Ted McCrae was named Business Person of the Year. McCrae believes that community involvement is an important part of the success of Anderson-Columbia.
We don't just work here, we live here, and so many of our employees are part of the community, and they live here. And we're proud of our community, want to have our community succeed, and if we can do our part with helping sponsor a baseball team or donating a track at the high school or purchasing a beef to help a FAA student or any of those things, we want to be a part of it. And when we can do those things, and we're very happy to be able to.
The Chamber signed a record number of new members in 1995, and the goal for 1996 is to continue to build on that momentum.
Recently, the Homes of Merit worked with the City of Lake City and Columbia County governments to finance the expansion of their plant here in Lake City. The expansion promises to create 180 jobs. Kimberly has more on the proposed expansion in this report.
Homes of Merit will benefit from the deal. The city and the county will pitch in to finance the 2 new plants, and the local economy will benefit too, to the tune of 180 new jobs. The plants are to be constructed in the city's airport industrial park. The county will finance nearly $1.5 million over the next 15 years to build 2 large buildings. The county will also pay for a 200-car parking lot with a $280,000 price tag. Homes of Merit will invest more than $2 million for capital improvements, and the company will lease the land from the city in 5-year increments.
I think everyone's aware that the City of Lake City and Columbia County are willing to try to recruit new business into Lake City. We've always said in the past about 85% of our growth usually comes from the existing companies. So if you're willing to make an offer to an unknown company, it even makes more sense to go with a company like Homes of Merit that's been in Lake City for 11 years, employs over 400 people at present, and have been a major impact on our economy for quite some time. So while nothing's a sure thing, at least with Homes of Merit, you know who you're playing with, and we feel comfortable in working with these people.
The 2 existing plants on State Road 100 are used to build double wides. The new plants will be designed to construct single wide homes.
I think it's fair. They needed the industry, we needed the facility, and it makes sense that that we do stay here where we have the other 2 facilities, and we deemed it necessary because where we're at in the marketplace. It's not a small step for us. We have quite an investment.
Chamber officials like the way the city and county governments work together on this project, and hopefully it's the first of many more deals in the future.
Each month, the Chamber highlights member businesses by holding mixers. And for new businesses, we officially open the business with a ribbon cutting. Here's this quarter's installment of Ribbon and Mixers.
Roundtree Moore Ford celebrated 90 years in business in Columbia County by cutting a ribbon on their newly expanded facility on US 90 West. The company was originally located in downtown Lake City 90 years ago and moved to their current location in the early 70s. The remodeled building adds thousands of square feet to the complex, and Roundtree Moore employees say the modern structure makes shopping for a car a better experience for customers.
When you're talking square footage, it's just shy of 12,000 square foot. For the showroom, that includes the showroom here, our service lounge, not including all the new service drive and everything that they have out there as well.
Ryan Zucker Homes held an open house and ribbon cutting on one of the company's newest projects in Forest Country subdivision. The 2,000 square foot home is unique in that it's based on a floor plan designed by Coriel Homes and will be on display for several more months. Zucker Construction is a franchisee of Arthur Rutenberg Homes, and this house on Pinehurst Drive is a model home that comes fully furnished to the buyer.
This is our store. This is our home to showcase to the public the quality that we build and design features that we offer to our customers. Customers are picking up. We're seeing people walk through the door a lot more than they have in the past. So I believe this year is going to be a good year.
Gulf Coast Financial on Marion Avenue hosted a chamber mixer in January. Gulf Coast Financial has been in business for more than 20 years and is a registered investment firm. Services offered at Gulf Coast include wealth management, financial advice, retirement planning, estate planning, as well as planning for college and insurance and financial seminars. The company was founded by John Kirkendall in 1992. A new store in Lake City is open, catering to kids. Half Pint Boutique is a new business in Lake City specializing in the clothing needs of children. The Chamber of Commerce hosted a ribbon-cutting event at the store. The store is located on Southwest Knox Street across from North Florida Pharmacy. Owner Charlie Thomas had a dream to open a store like this, and now her dream has come true.
The Lord had given me a vision, and so the vision was to go into children's clothes because of my granddaughter. The prices I wanted to offer, didn't want to make a killing off of anybody, but just something reasonable for everybody because I know what it costs to spend to dress a child.
Members of the Chamber took part in a mixer hosted by Another Way. Another Way's offices have moved temporarily to the old Bank of America building on Madison Street. The domestic violence shelter operated by Another Way is being remodeled and expanded thanks to a state grant of more than $1 million.
We are going from 35 beds to 55 beds. We have a grant that is allowing us to do that. There, sad to say, was a need above and beyond what we were able to take care of previously, as far as battered and abused women and men. And so we are increasing the facility space to allow us to take care of more family members and more abused folks.
The Chamber took part in a ribbon cutting and grand opening of Lake City's newest dry cleaners. Cloud Cleaners opened for business in early March at the Heritage Oaks Shopping Plaza next door to Harvey's Supermarket. The Lake City location of the business is a drop-off point for those who need their services. The clothing is then taken to Live Oak for cleaning, and Cloud Cleaners offers same-day, next-day, and 2-day cleaning.
We're new to Lake City, but we're not new to the business. We've been in the dry cleaning business 18 years in Live Oak, and we're also in Perry. We've been over there 16 years, and we just decided that we'd extend our services to Lake City, and nothing really on the west side of Lake City for the people that live on this side.
Florida Credit Union in Lake City hosted a chamber mixer March 27th. Florida Credit Union was founded 60 years ago by a group of Alachua County educators. The credit union now serves 26 counties in North Florida and in Central Florida. Currently, Florida Credit Union has 66,000 members statewide and $650 million in assets. Anyone living in the 26 counties served by the credit union can join. Florida Credit Union is involved in the communities they serve, but significant efforts are focused in supporting schools, teachers, and students. And that's Ribbons and Mixers for Columbia Business Trends.
That's going to do it for this edition of Columbia Business Trends. If you would like to join the Chamber, please give us a call at 752-3690, or you can log on to our website at lakecitychamber.com.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Please tune in to Comcast in July for our next edition of Columbia Business Trends. Have a great day.